Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in a yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General YAHANNA. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Backstage. Yeah, nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. U.P.K, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. U.P.K, shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe, study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a priest hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Walk out every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. Money, you bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spring. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. U.P.K play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Walk out every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. Money, you bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stretch by that damn whole ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G. Red beam on it, you think I'm recording. Kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book a den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in the lightning. You niggas fake baby K name Adonis. Mini Drake clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot 4 minutes straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming. I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put. My aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long. A block away, I could take off the foot. Ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand. They got run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name. You go to war with me. We move the same. You think that it's for me? Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all. Y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster.
Check. What's going on, Israel? What's going on, Israel? Priest Officer 5,000 Zion Yalla. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat for me. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat box. Baba Kwashah. What's going on, Nakim? I.S.U.P.K. Hamas, Trinidad, Charlotte. Who else in the building?
So, can you hear us in Durham?
Yeah, I can hear you too. All.
Come. So we got Bahamas up in there. We got Trinidad and Tobago. And we got Jamaica.
That's not crazy. Get a Lord a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Get a Lord a hand. Most signs Christ. Clap it up. Hey, that's what's up. We in here tonight. Let's get it. I'm Priest Officer 5,000. Zion y'all are holding down for Captain of 13,000 Nayathaq Bunyumya. Once again, y'all know what time it is with I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under Commander General YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians are the Lord's chosen people according to the Bible. We are the true Jews of antiquity according to everything that we read in the scriptures. When we open up the Bible, you find something that goes right along with how we've lived in this empire. You open up the Bible and you find a detailed listing of things we've had to overcome, Darash. You understand? Different atrocities that we face as the nation of people. You know, the great thing about reading this Bible, when you go through it, you find out that it's only for Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. You understand what I'm saying? You look at the Bible, you begin to break it down. You are taught the scriptures in I.S.U.P.K. only authorized preaching prophet Lord in the entire earth. We go through the Bible and we sit down and we break down line by line. Here a little, there a little. Precept by precept. You understand? That's how we do it. In this day and age, man, you know, there's a lot that we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If I may ask, if anybody have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll get, you know, may hold them to Captain Nayathaq, get in. If I can answer my answer. If I can't, you know how we do it, we'll pass it up. You understand? But let me get can anybody tell me what's coming up about Bashar that will probably have everyone's family up in an uproar?
Thanksgiving.
Say again.
Thanksgiving.
What about Thanksgiving? And why would Thanksgiving have your family in an uproar? I mean, we're taught that Thanksgiving is something that you're allowed to have days off from your slavery. They have good food. And if you have days off of your slavery, a family can come together and laugh and have jokes and drinks and talk about the good old days. But why did I say to have your family in an uproar about Kashar? Why did I say that? Come on, anybody can answer. Come on with it, brother.
Okay, so, all right, the condition of our community.
Hey, Salakia, I wonder if you could switch the mic over to the interface because I can't really hear Giannis all that well.
Oh, Salakia, I don't know what he's on there. Oh, Salakia, son.
Tawab.
That should be Tawab now. So good night.
Yeah, there we go. We on point now. Go ahead, Giannis. I'm listening, brother.
Salakia, sir, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, so the condition of our community is based on the conditions of our family. So within our families, we see every day the strife. You understand? And we're not really functioning as families like we're supposed to. There's always strife. There's always some kind of evil done to one another. And so now all of a sudden, because the white man says so, we're supposed to come together and forget all of that and eat, drink, and be merry. So,
come on, man.
You know,
wouldn't it be a glorious thing as we just put down all the strife between family and just learn how to just deal with our issues, man? You think that whatever that you facing is like the walls are closing in, like somehow we think that our issues are, you know what I'm saying, just synonymous to just you, Bunk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We think whatever that you're facing, it just Darash, it's me and me, oh Lord. Do you know what I'm saying? That's Christianity. That's Christianity. And if you deal with that mindset, things like Christmas would mean a great deal to you. Right. Things like Thanksgiving would mean a great deal to you, because it's an opportunity for you to be around family and friends. But we don't know these things actually go against you. And the little pressure that you're feeling is really from the Most High, allowing you to be better. How would you know what a sunny day was if you never went through any rain? How would you know what a fight was if you never had any challenges in life, man? You got to know that the Most High will allow you to go through certain things simply because it's his way of purging you of all the bull crap that's inside of you. You understand what I'm saying? Like brothers that are going through Hebrew Academy. I told a brother today, man, he you know, say he was a little sore. I said, yeah. Before long, your ears gonna start hurting. You know what I'm saying? He's like, my ears. I said, yeah, you never know. You never know what type of things the Most High will allow you to go through. But going to celebrate Thanksgiving is not one of those things that makes your life better. You understand what I'm saying? That's not in the Bible. We have to learn how to follow what's in the Bible to actually make our lives better. If you want to be a better husband, you actually have to follow the things that are in the Bible. Believe it or not. You can look at 19 keys or read the 50 laws of power and all these things, all these books and all these stories and all these fables and all these different philosophers that are across the world. But if you don't crack open that Bible and sit down in the I.S.U.P.K classroom, you'll be stuck on stupid. Right. Because everybody, well, a broken clock is right twice a day. Hell. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you will learn and sit down in these classes every, you know, sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze out. Let's get it out of the Bible. Somebody give me the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 21, Bible Kashaw. Just like it says, she said, hit the nail on the head. She said, I'm not waiting until Thanksgiving to eat mac and cheese. You damn right. Why would you? See, those are the things that when we talk about getting to what matters, why are we always waiting for somebody else to tell us it's okay? If brotherhood and sisterhood is an imperative thing, why don't we try to just get it right? You understand what I'm saying? Well, why am I waiting to fix an issue between me and Darash? That shouldn't even be there. If we want to serve the Lord and be in line with what He wants, we have to just do it. The hell what everybody gonna say? You come into this classroom as a brother, you walk around, you come in here, you put on that all black with your Walmart boots on. Your brother's like, what the hell wrong with this brother, man? He used to dress fly. He must be depressed. You know what I'm saying? He wearing all that black. He disappeared from 7 to 9 every day of the week. We won't even see him no more. I call him, he don't answer the phone. He texts me back and says he's in a class. What class is he in? I don't see him going to FSU. Is he going to Central University? What about A&T, Bunk, y'all? What class is nigga taking? Oh, brother, I'm in the Israelite school, the University of Practical Knowledge. Israelite? What is that? It's what we learn that so-called Black Hispanics and Divinity are the true Jews of the Bible. And you might be taking some Muslim classes. Nah, brother, I just told you I'm taking Israelite classes, right? I just found out that we are the true Jews of the Bible. Oh man, when you coming to the family barbecue, man, mama gonna cook them ribs that you like. No, I don't eat no pork no more, man. You know swine, man. You must be a Muslim, man. Let the furthest we go, bunk, y'all. That the furthest we go. We talking about our lives and the history of this world. This all of that in the history of this world. We know that what Columbus. So what is it? How it go? 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. When we open up this Bible, man, we have a rich history, man. You start looking at it from Babylon to Timbuktu, you learn that the different atrocities that we face as a nation of people. Your history just does not start with Columbus alone. You understand what I'm saying? We are a righteous people. We are a nation of priests and prophets of the Lord, but we don't know that because Christianity, our leaders, and let alone all the other nations had decided to have their way with us, man. All right, so let me get that scripture, Baba Kushar. We're gonna get into it.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21.
Come on.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Now, who is saying this right here in Amos?
The Most High God.
Right. So why is he saying this?
He is saying this because he hates the feast days of the world.
Why? Now you're right. I'm saying you're absolutely right at what you're saying. But if I didn't know, my question would be, well, if the Lord hates those feast days, I would want to know why, right? Because we've been taught in the Christian church that these holidays are great things for us as a family to celebrate. But why is the God that I'm learning to serve says that he hates these things? Bible push up. Come on.
Like if I may, you know, the Bible talks about the Most High power being a jealous power. And the feast days that we have chosen, they ain't got nothing to do with him. You know, so as any jealous father would be, you know, my son go out and start doing things that I didn't teach him to do, I didn't raise him to do. He start to honor things that I ain't teach him to honor. I'm gonna hate it too. It's a lock in.
Damn right. And that's a thing that you would learn in coming in here. So, and learning that, guess what? We serve a jealous God, and in understanding what's in His Bible, you'll learn a lot of the things that we do get into. The God that we serve don't even align with it. Come on, brother.
Shalaki, and also serving, because those feast days of the world, they're pagan evil days, such as Thanksgiving. Once, of course, our people learned the history of Thanksgiving, they know it was a slaughter of the Native American Indians. Why would the Lord honor or even want to respect those type of feast days or look at those as honorable to him? That's why he hates those feast days.
The sister asked Olivia, she said, why did they take away the 9 high holy days and give us the 12 holidays? Well, great question, sis. Well, the thing is, they never took them away. The truth of this Bible has always been in here. The Lord has allowed these scriptures to be opened up, these records to be opened up. And what you've seen is we are learning to take advantage of our history. We're opening up the Bible, and we're finding out that, guess what? We don't have to celebrate the holidays that all the other heathens celebrate. All the other nations celebrate those days. The Lord gave us his own specific holidays. And you'll find out that all the holidays that we get caught up into the world, the origin of them go back to some pagan god, some idol worship. You understand? That's what it is. And when you lose your culture, we attach ourselves to everything else that everybody else is doing. You don't want to be the brother or sister that are left out of a good time. You ever been to a party and you see that one guy over there dancing, Darash, you know what I'm saying? It probably was you. You that one guy dancing, and before long, and you having a good time, you drinking, you know what I'm saying? I love drinking. Before long, guess what? Everybody else gonna begin to have a good time too, right? Music jamming, and now you get the most popular thing that is popping there in the midst of everybody else, And because they're popular, guess what everybody else is going to want to do? Man. Well, that's what this empire represents. When you think about Thanksgiving, the smell of those foods and everybody clapping, having a good time, bunk, y'all. You know how evil that is. But in that evil, guess what our people want to do? We want to join into it. Because the oppression have us feeding for something that would feel good, bunk, y'all. A lot of us chase those things simply because we want that orgasm. The orgasm of life, whether it's sexual, physical, mental. Those are the things we have to learn to fight against. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. That's why it's imperative that we cleave to one another as brothers and sisters. Don't think that you have it all figured out. I'm grown. I know how to live my life until you don't. Until you out there by yourself. And then you be needing a brother like, damn, I want to, hey, Darash, man, what you doing, brother? And that's what this empire is banking on. This empire is banking on that your depression is going to allow you to sin against the Lord. That this oppression would allow you to celebrate Christmas and not think about what's actually in the Bible. Just like my sister said, we stopped seeking after the days that the Lord had ordained for us to follow and start seeking after what the other nations, because we seen that they were having fun. But we don't know that following the other nations as a detriment to us following the law, statutes, and commandments of God, the Most High power. That's why God says, what it says in that scripture? I what?
I hate. I despise your feast days.
Right, because the Most High knows that if I don't tell you that I hate these feast days and these high holy days, we'll begin to love them. We'll begin to place those other gods above our power. We'll begin to put more focus on the turkey and the cranberry sauce and the dressing more than we would serving our Father. You understand what I'm saying? That's a reason to be like, nah, man, I hate that. I hate that because I see what it does to my children. I see what it does to the family. That's where we're supposed to be in this nation. You understand? Keep going.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
What does that mean? Yanazar, what does that mean, brother? Break that down for me.
Salagi, sir, if I may, it simply means that because of the feast days that are wicked, like the Most High don't even want no parts of it. He doesn't want any part of it at all. Like he don't want to smell. He don't want no parts of it.
Why? Because in this empire, those things that we smell, we think are great things. Like if I don't tell you that I hate the way it smells, you'll get caught up in the idea, well, let me just smell it. I ain't gonna celebrate it, Lord. Just I don't want to smell let me just smell the yams. You understand what I'm saying? I remember when commanding Salakia, when Jeremiah used to say, the hell with cooking a Thanksgiving dinner. He said, I'm a fry a burger. I'm gonna boil some goddamn hot dogs, and that's what I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? And you know the smell of a hot dog is very very polarizing from yams. So you got a hot dog, you smell it. You ever smell hot dog water? You know what I'm saying? You got hot dog water and yams. Is polarizing. You know what I'm saying? They're on completely two spectrums, bunker, y'all. But that's how the Lord wants us to look at those things. Don't look, because and you know what? We have to be careful, because what you don't understand, the amount of witchcraft and brainwashing that you've been placed in over the years of your life. Because if you don't watch it on Thanksgiving, you know what songs that they play immediately after Thanksgiving? Anybody? What songs do they begin to play immediately after Thanksgiving?
Salaki, sir.
Come on, Yanazar.
Christmas songs.
And then they get our people to sing those songs. Merry Christmas. And you be like, wait a minute, Lord, Salaki, Lord. When you first come into the school, you get caught up in it, huh? That's why you put on that all black. You understand? The sisters, that's why you cover your head. Because you learn to build up strength. It's like lifting weights or building calluses on your hands, right? Through any battle, you're going to get stronger, right? And it's something you cannot run from. Either you're just not strong enough to go through it. That's why the Lord give you brothers and sisters, right? And then when you build that strength, you go through it, and others will watch you go through it. Because I remember when I watched a brother come in all black, and I was sitting in the same seat. Now I know exactly how that brother feels when he come here. I know what he thinks because I once sat there, and I thought, is this what the Lord want me to be? I need the answers to these questions. Why can't I celebrate Thanksgiving? Why can't I vote? Why can't I eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster? Is Jesus white? Are the angels white? Who are the real Jews? Lord, why do we have to suffer the way that we suffer as a nation of people? Right. Like, what is that? What is George Floyd and Tamir Rice and Sandra? What is that? Why are we always having to witness the struggle of our people, whether it's Trinidad, Tobago, London? What is it about us that we have to face so many travesties, Bunk, y'all? Come on with it, brother.
No, Salakia. You know, when you read hate, it's a direct contradiction from what the church teaches about the spirit and the nature of the Most High. But then I went and I looked up the definition of solemn. And according to Merriam-Webster, it says solemn as an adjective, very serious or formal, such as characterized by or causing a very serious and subdued attitude or atmosphere. We are serious about celebrating the 4th of July. Nigga drive to the south of the border and break the bank.
Hello.
We serious about the money that we spend for Christmas and
right.
The menu for Thanksgiving. Who made the damn macaroni and cheese? We are very serious about simple things.
Yeah.
And the Lord is disgusted at that. He's given us something that actually has meaning with the feast days and our holy days, something that has meaning to our history.
He giving us something that is strategically placed for your victory.
That's right.
For our victories in this life. You understand what I'm saying? These victories that the Most High gives us are the celebrations that we should focus on. And if those victories that the Most High gives us, those are our high holy days. But we get trapped up in everybody else. You get trapped up in everybody else, you're going to miss yours out. You get trapped up in everybody else. God, what can your God do for you? Our God brought our people out of Egypt.
That's right.
What have any of these other pagan gods done for us? What have the God of Thanksgiving done for niggas, if I may? What have the God of Christmas done for Black, Hispanics, Native Indians?
That's right.
When we talk about real strength and power and warlike apparel and all those things that you see in a man that's serving the Lord, that's him recognizing that I don't need no other God. I don't need to follow nobody else. I need brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I need brotherhood. I need a law, statute, commandment, discipline, order, structure, balance, foundation. These are principles that all men can live by. And the Lord gave it to us in his Bible.
That's right.
The Lord gave us a school titled the I.S.U.P.K for brothers across the world to identify with. Most High in Christ. You're supposed to take this Bible and eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Stop wasting time. Eat it up, Darash. You sitting around looking at the next brother or sister complaining about what you don't have, like Christians. When the Lord gives you a brand new life every time you take that first breath in the morning when you wake up. But here we are talking about, well, I don't know what we're going to do for Thanksgiving. I don't know what we're going to do for Christmas. You going to sit on Santa Claus? Hell no. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Darash, keep reading.
I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
What does that mean, Darash?
Though our people still want to celebrate those feast days of the world.
Mm-hmm. What does it mean by offerings?
Like when they do those praise to the Most High for the, like, let's just say Thanksgiving for
now, everybody, you don't sit around that cranberry sauce and held hands with Big Mama.
Correct.
And then you get the fake ass pastor of the family,
right?
That want to, right? He's spitting out on the damn food, and you know what I'm saying? Right. Will you please hurry up, man?
God.
The Lord hates that, man. But we look forward to that, Bunky, y'all. Come on with it.
Salaki, I had an uncle that prayed for the damn pilgrims one Thanksgiving. The last Thanksgiving.
Come on, now. No, he did.
Me and Cole all looked at each other, was like, what the hell is he talking about?
And Lord, when you send the pilgrims to the United States, Lord, just dumb as hell. You just a bunch of dummies, man. That's what we are. When you open up the Bible and you sit down, you realize, say, damn, boy, I make some foolish mistakes, man. Damn, I was so foolish. How could I be so simple? And it's not hard, right? The truth is not like a hard thing. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is not it's like, oh man, I gotta do such and such and such. Just watch your damn mouth. Watch what comes out of your mouth. Watch what you put in your mouth. Watch what you give your soul over to. Watch what you give your spirit over to. Then you study. Come into these classes and sit down and shut your mouth. Then you'll find out how much you don't know. And in doing so, you'll pass this thing down to your children. And if your children love you the way that you love them enough to tell them the truth about what's in this Bible, they'll keep that tradition and they'll pass it down. And before long, nobody will ever think about Thanksgiving anymore. Nobody will think about Christmas. Nobody will think about Valentine's Day. And that's what gives us the strength that we need from day to day. All right, so go ahead, Darash, Salaki.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings.
So we understand the burnt offerings. Go ahead. So that we're talking about the food that everybody pray over to give to the Lord. You understand? A sin according to the Bible. Go ahead.
And your meat offerings,
mm-hmm.
I will not accept them.
It will not what?
I will not accept them.
What does that mean?
The Lord ain't paying attention to none of those prayers when you're offering those for the food.
But we're taught what?
Pray over your food.
Right. You say prayers over your food, but you're saying these are blessings that come from the Lord.
Right.
The Lord hates that. The Lord hates it. And you open up the Bible, you realize, like, damn, man, how could I miss that, Balthazar 1? What was it? Why was I so influenced by the ways of the world? Because we're brought up at an early age. Bring grandma them yams. Bring grandma. Hey, put the greens in the baby mouth. What is it? Crumble the cornbread up. And you feed it. You come on, Darash. And Salaki. And if you pour like where I come from, the only good meal that you did get was Thanksgiving and Christmas. So you're looking forward to going to Big Man's house, not knowing that thing was against the Lord. Come on, Salaki.
Like they say sometimes in the family, it's tradition. They don't want to give up tradition. You don't want to upset Big Mama. You know, Big Mama's looking toward to this day. We don't want to upset them, even though some people know it's wrong to celebrate it. They still want to hold on to the traditions of things just so that they don't upset family members.
Hello. But we learned that a lot of those family members, they don't love the Lord. What was that scripture I asked for the earlier bunk, y'all? You grab that for me, Bob Wishaw. I want to say, Thwart, everybody tuning in tonight, man. Like I said, I'll be holding down until Captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq comes in, man. And we gonna get into it. This season right here, the holiday season, a lot of depression comes along our people, man. A lot of demons that brothers and sisters both have to fight because of traditions and families and you know, a lot of times we get the missing loved ones right about this time. You understand? You get the nostalgia of, damn, I wish such and that was. I remember when my cousin was here. You get the missing those good times, those smells, those songs, your ex-girlfriend and all this other crap. But you learn none of those things go with the Lord, man. Let's find out what the Lord says about this. This is the one thing that I found out that we should always focus on, Baba Kashaw. Come on, Darash.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God. And keep his commandments.
All right, so let's break this down. Let us hear the conclusion of what?
Of the whole matter.
So what does this mean? Let us hear. Let us hear. What is it saying?
Let us hear. Let us understand. This is going into pretty much what the duty of man is. So the conclusion of things, we need to understand this is pretty much the whole matter.
If you hear something, what is the one thing that you're not doing?
Listening.
No, you're listening. What is the one thing that you're not doing if you hear it?
Talking.
You're not running your mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How can you hear anything if you're doing the damn talking?
Right.
How you going to have any understanding if you and I were talking at the same time? If you're going to hear something, you have to surrender your thought. Surrender your verbiage. Keep that to yourself. Hear this. Read.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Right. So read it again from the top.
Come. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So we want to hear the conclusion, right, of the whole matter. What is give me another word for conclusion. Somebody define conclusion for me. Or what does it mean to conclude something? What does that mean? So now we know we want to understand it, but then we also want to conclude what we're hearing. What does that mean? Anybody? Y'all can answer online, Bob Shaw. Anybody know? Anybody want to answer? Akaska, can you hear me?
Kanto.
Come on.
I was just checking the meaning.
My man. You want to hear this, right? To understand what the conclusion mean. What does this mean? What does this mean? Come on, Akia. What you got? Come on, Batazar one.
Like the final result. The result of it.
The final result, the end, right? Come on, Darash.
The last part of something.
The last part. You want to understand the last part of all of it, no matter from you ever seen something, you ever seen the movie, and then you leave the movie theater early and somebody say, oh, you didn't see the end part of it? You left too damn early. You missed the what? You missed the what? Conclusion. Well, this is the thing about the truth. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
I would say a judgment or decision reached by reasoning.
Yeah. A judgment or decision reached by reasoning. And what's reasoning are we using? Come on.
The reason that we're using would be the law, statutes, and commandments.
The law, statutes, and commandments. What is what? God's word. That is something that we want to hear. Right? These are the things we want to understand. If you understand it, it stops us from doing all the damn talking. Let the word of the Lord do its thing. How it's going to work for you if you don't understand what's in here?
Right.
How it's going to work for you if you don't understand the importance of why it's in here? You have to understand what the whole matter, or what the conclusion. All right, read on, Darash.
The conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
Yes, fear the Most High. Fear the Most High power. How do you fear something? What does fear deter you from? Come on. Yeah. Give him a hand. Most High in Christ. if you fear something, it should deter you from being disobedient. I don't know. My old man had a leather strap, and it deterred me from a lot. You hear me? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Come on with
let me save mommy from getting a charge.
They don't charge him back. I wish they would have charged him back then, Cap.
What the brother was saying is his mom was spiritually whooping him.
Yeah.
Good mommy.
Yes, sir. Come on, come. It was that old turn the class over 13,000. Captain Nayathaq, Bunyum. Y'all clap it up. Right.
Shalom. How y'all doing?
Twelve by the one.
No sign Christ. All right. Where we at? Y'all over the voting fever? Or you're still seeing stragglers on your
No, we over it, sir. Be good.
You sure?
Okay.
All right. There's a few lessons we're gonna have to learn.
Okay.
Not less though. All right. Now, any questions in the room in chat anywhere?
So there was a question earlier. What was this? I had already kind of tackled this one, but it was a question from a sister. Sister Siana says, "Salakia, sir, if I may, could I get a better understanding why on paperwork are we considered African Americans? Did that start from the oppressor, or is it deeper when we really aren't Africans?"
Okay. Of course, it came from the oppressor, right? That whole naming, all that came from the oppressor. All that that the new nationality came from who? The oppressor, because the Bible already have what your nationality is. For the oppressor to create his narrative, he had to come up with a lie, right? He had to come up with you being African American. Look up and see when they started calling us African American, because before, come on.
I got this. It says currently the first known appearance of the term African American is in a 1782 sermon.
Right, 17 what? Fayetteville
Civil rights activist and minister.
Hold on.
Salakia.
Say it over one more time. You went out.
Oh, Salakia, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay. It says currently the first known appearance of the term African American is in a 1782 sermon written by a self-named African American. The identifier was not a popular one, however, and did not gain prominence until civil rights activist and minister Jesse Jackson pushed for its adoption and usage in the 1980s.
In the what? In the what?
In the 1980s.
So before 1980s, what were they calling us?
Colored, Negroes, black.
Yes.
Boy.
Yes. Right. So before that, they were calling us what? Colored. Right. Or black. Right. And you could go all the way back to see if you could who on the computer? Tabo, on you on the computer?
Come, sir.
Look up and see if you could pull up a flyer on how they was addressing us when they used to sell us. All right. So that whole term African American, right? And we know the term African, right, comes from America. No, that's Leo Scipio Africano. Africanos. I'm pronouncing it correctly, right? That's Africa. And then America is America, what? Vespucci, right? I bet both of them were what? Explorers. So now you're calling yourself by two what? Continent. Of course, the oppressor doesn't care what he calls himself. Why? Because he has the history of himself, right? Yes. See? And this is what year this is?
1860.
1860. right? So you see where they say what? Negroes, right? See, check and see the history on when they used to call us colored.
Caucasian.
1860. All right. Let's check and see when they used to call us what? Colored. The whole, you know what I mean? Even down to the so-called Africans, you can't call them Africans. They're gonna be like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm such and such. I'm Ghanaian. What Ethiopian. You know what I mean? They're gonna correct you and tell you which part they come from or their ethnicity. They're not gonna just take that label as being African, because Africa is an entire continent. One of the largest continents, you know what I mean, on the earth.
Okay.
All right.
So like, sir.
Come on.
On colored, it says the term. You want to show it on the screen, sir?
Yeah, you could if you want.
Okay. So like,
and then while he doing that, somebody get his Zondervan, right? Just to make it clear.
Okay. The term colored, the term came in use in the United States during the early 19th century, and it then was adopted by emancipated slaves as a term of racial pride after the end of the American Civil War, until it was replaced as a self-designation by Black or African American during the second part of the 20th century.
All right. So which means they just started calling us what? African
American. Caucasian.
So now guess what? In the next 100 years, to confuse you more, what you think they're gonna do?
So like that one.
Come on.
Like I was Zion said, they're gonna change it again. We're gonna have another name. If I could, I can run down the timeline for you.
Come on, run it on.
So during the slave era, from I believe around the 1600s to 1800s, they called us Negro, then they called us colored, then they called us savage barbarians. So then after that, I believe it was a little bit after that, up until the I think late 1900s or 1800s to late 1900s, they referred to us Negro and colored. Then the mid 20th century, it was Negro, African American, and Black. Then now post Civil War, like after the Civil Rights War era, they referred to us as African Americans or people of color. So then after that, the modern usage or era, they refer to us Black, African American, people of African descent, diaspora, or the like in terms to avoid, they used to say derogatory. They referred to the terms that they used to call us before as derogatory terms now. So they would just say African Americans or people of African descent or the diaspora. Salaki.
Yeah, that's like changing the word from these poor Black people to now what's the word they use in media to represent poor Black people, Hispanics or Native.
Salaki, minorities.
Yeah, minorities.
So like it, sir, would that be the same as saying what is it? The for like the slave trade. So before it was called the transatlantic slave trade, now it's called the transatlantic migration. Like so over time, like Esau and all the oppressors, they try to like belittle the arrogance and the deterioration that they have caused amongst God's chosen people.
It's more than just belittle. They try to hide it.
Common concept.
They try to hide it so that now, for real, they know that they're people. When I say they're people, meaning like the regular old white man, right? They teach their kids about slavery. They teach their kids. You know what I mean? You ever see Black parents, you know what I mean, on YouTube or you know what I mean, anywhere that they don't want to hear anything about slavery. They don't teach their kids about slavery. If it wasn't for Commander YAHANNA, none of us in here might have been learning anything about what happened to us in captivity, because it's to us it was too traumatizing. You understand? When you're gonna have to face that trauma and you're gonna have to do what? Make sure your kids never forget Because with forgetting that trauma, what you're gonna forget? What you're gonna forget?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Who your enemies are.
That's it. You
That's
understand?
right.
You're gonna
Come on,
forget
come
who
on.
your enemy is. That's why they start switching your name up. That's why they start switching the whole history up. Because they want us to forget who our enemy is. And
Come on,
what
come
made
on.
and what recently you could say bring that to light, made us forget who our enemy is. What brought that to life?
So like I said,
Come on.
would it be the election, sir?
Yeah. When you vote, what happens? So you all know the saying, right? The Democrats and the Republicans, they what? Just separate wings on the same bird, right? Now, if we say now, what does that mean?
Salaki,
I
sir.
want to ask him, what does it mean? Meaning, I'm directing the question in reference to Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. What does that mean to us?
So like he's saying, when we say the Republicans and Democrats are just two wings on the same bird, like you saying, what does that mean to us?
Mm-hmm.
That they're not really different. Like they're
They're
part
not
of the
different.
system. Same thing.
Yes. Right. And what's that one thing that they come together on?
So like you said, what's the one thing they come together on?
Mm-hmm. The Democrats and the Republicans.
I mean, they come together on a few things.
Come on, tell me the few things.
I mean, for example, it used to be looked at as like gay marriage. It was like a liberal thing, but Donald Trump is on record as being the first president to openly accept gay marriage from the day that he was inaugurated. You know what I'm saying? He's a Republican. Even the Democrats, you know what I'm saying, they're starting to change their tune on the border situation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they coincide with a lot of things.
Lucky, sir.
Come on.
The main thing that they coincide with is the oppression of God's chosen people. Like that's
it. That's it. Everything else outside of that way you just mentioned is that's the oppressor fighting each other on power.
Okay.
You understand? Because ain't no black man, you know what I mean? We ain't the one pushing the policy for gay marriage. That's the oppressor. Now they're gonna get a few of us to be tokens to be up there doing the same thing too.
So like sir.
Come on.
So like sir, a brother in the room has a question, sir.
Come on.
Salaki, sir. I wanted to know, have you heard of the SF-181?
No. That does not sound like it is in the Bible, so more than like that.
Yeah, so
I had to look that up, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
One, if you can pull that up. SF-181, just to drop a little knowledge, is pretty much an ethnicity document for the United States. And it speaks to the definition of Black, Hispanic, white, Indian. And until you use that document to correct your nationality or what you identify as, they will always be considering you as the lesser, right? So under that document, if you look at it, you will see out of all the ethnicities, Black is the only one that doesn't have the word people in the definition. So, but every other ethnicity, it referenced, the people. Go ahead.
So who is that document for?
That document is clearly supposed to be every person in this country.
Okay. Who is the Constitution for?
The Constitution. The Constitution, I would say I believe it starts with "we the people." So I think it was supposed to be for the people, anybody who identifies as a people.
Who's the people?
Salaki, I don't want.
Come on.
The Constitution was for everyone except for black people, except for slaves. Salaki.
Okay. When they say everyone, just tell me who it's for.
Salaki, for white people, for every.
Yeah, just tell me the Europeans. Yeah, that's it. You all don't go around the, you know what I mean? Just go straight to it. The Constitution is for white people. It's for Caucasians. It's for the Europeans. The document, the SF 181.
Okay.
That's for who? Caucasians. They created all these documents.
Okay.
Why? Because this is one thing that's not for them. And that one thing we was not allowed to read. And what's that one thing that is not for them? That's the Bible. You understand? The King James.
Sir.
Come on.
Oh, Salaki, I don't want me to cut you off, so I'll ask you afterwards. So Salaki.
No, come on. Bring it.
No, Salaki, it's just interesting the brother brought up this document because I've kind of wanted to understand this. I mean, for years, because this is actually they use this, and I'm looking on the website for the U.S. Department of Commerce. They use these same definitions, or they used to, when you would take like state tests, like in New York, you used to take like Regents exams. You know what I'm saying? If you take your SATs and things like that, the part where you can put your ethnicity comes from this, and it's funny because it actually says. So for black, I always thought it was funny for black. It says black or African American, and this is the definition: a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa, right? But when it goes to white, it says a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. So according to this document, black people are not original peoples of anything.
Yeah, that's what I say. Who the document for?
Good night, Salakia.
That's so white people, when they read it, they could feel what? Right. They could feel better than me and you.
That's right.
This whole country is set up so that the oppressor could feel what? Better than me and you. You understand? The whole islands, all them islands, the way it is built for the oppressor to feel good about himself. So that when he does go to these islands, Trinidad, Jamaica, to spend his holiday time, he feels what? Superior to everybody on that island. You understand? Just imagine you on an island and a oppressor comes over and he's enjoying your island.
Right.
And you can't afford to enjoy what he's enjoying.
That's right. Good night.
You can't. But you could serve him. You understand? They set it up it's designed to make their people feel good about themselves. So this whole thing about Atlantic migration is to make them feel good about themselves. So now they don't have to feel, their conscience don't have to feel, shaken.
Right.
When you say you are going into slavery because you put my people into slavery.
That's right.
Now he says what? I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I wasn't alive when slavery happened.
Right.
You know, to get himself out of it. Right? Well, all these documents you're reading is him trying to, get himself out of it. Make himself feel as if he knows how to define a race.
Right.
When the Bible already gives you what? All the nation there is on the planet.
That's right.
last one of the nations in the Bible. Ain't no new nation on this earth that is not in the Bible.
That's right. Damn right.
Not one.
Come.
You understand? Right.
Like,
no. Uh-huh.
Nah, if I could just to piggyback off what you said, like how basically we are suffered and oppressed in our nation. So say like maybe Guatemala, right? So those brothers and sisters are dying, suffering every day to make it comfortable for their living, and then like the oppressor comes over and he makes his he basically used his money for his security and for his comfortability while we're suffering and dying. So as he's over there, he's living lavish, and we are suffering and dying just so that he can live lavish. If I could pull a precept.
Come on.
So Matthew 16:24, it says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon." So the oppressor serves mammon, right? So us being oppressed and we seeing how he lived, and we gotta suffer and die to live, we choose to be like how he is. You know what I mean? We want to feel what he feels, not knowing that we're in the condition we're in because we're not serving the God of the God of the Bible. So like we serving that mammon. It was to why we living like he is. We trying to live like he is, but we don't serve the power that we need to serve according to live how he is. That's why like when everybody says like the God of the Bible is everybody's God, it's white people's God and everybody's God. No, they serve their own, you know what I mean, whatever. I don't want to say that, but we got some power that we need to serve as well. You get what I'm saying? And we serving that God that they serve. We trying to live how they live, and we wondering why we in the condition that we in, man. We got to serve the Most High power. So like,
yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? You're damn right about that. You understand? And that's what this whole election, you know what I mean, showed. It showed all of everything you're saying. It showed up in the election. Everything.
Come.
Right? No, pull the Constitution. All right. All right. And the brother that's in the room there in Durham, has he ever has anybody been to Union Station in DC? Anybody been to Union Station?
Obviously, Yanazar said he'd been there. I'm not sure. I might have, sir. But it's been a long time.
Or just anywhere where there's some statue and some history. You know what I mean? Like something.
You
know what I mean? Of that. You know what I mean? Statue. Right, but it's more so it's I would say it's more so like inspiring words for people.
Right.
For the people when they read it.
I got the Constitution in a PDF document. Come on. Are you ready, sir?
No, read it.
I'm gonna put it on the screen if that's the swab, sir.
No, you go ahead. Put it on the screen.
Oh, so there we go. One sign correct. Sir. Zoom in a little bit. It says, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect.
No, hold on.
So like, sir.
When was this written? Does it have when the article was written?
I can Google it, but it was 1800s, like early 1800s.
No, I think it was 17.
So like 1776, sir.
Yeah, I think it was 17. Either between 1774 and 1776.
1776.
Yes. All right, this was written, right?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. I'm on it. You with me?
Yeah, I'm with you, sir. I think it was in the late 70s, but it wasn't 1776. That was the Declaration of Independence. So like, sir, I said early 1800s. It was 1789.
1789. All right. Well, whatever. Where was black people around that time?
in the fields, sir.
In the fields, picking cotton, tobacco, sugar cane. Whenever this document was written, we were in the field. You understand?
Come
So
on.
when you read it, tab one.
Concept. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Right. This is them breaking away from Britain. We was in the fields. You understand? This Constitution had nothing to do with it. America has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with us. If black people who think they have some type of, you know what I mean, some type of link to America, to this United States, you are living an illusion. You know what I mean? Truly an illusion. And that's why you went and vote. And that's why you're crying, you was crying and sad when the person who you voted for did not win. Because you invested into America so much. You think that when they say we the people, you think is us. That is no different than what? This is not no different than what?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible.
Yeah.
Like,
because
the
when
Bible
they
is
see
our Constitution.
Yes.
But everybody thinks it's for everybody.
Yes. Because of what?
Because of Christianity.
Yeah. Okay. 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 What do come on?
Because it used words like us and
yes,
whosoever.
Yes, Baz, that's it. Because of words they use, right? But here's what: everything has what? Every
context.
Yes, has context. And the context in which this Constitution was written, it was written with what? With white people in mind. That's why after this was written how much years ago? Over 200 years ago, could be more. And black people had to do what? If this was for black people, why black people had to march for civil rights? I thought we Americans. I thought, you know what I mean, we the people. I thought we the people. You understand? Asking for civil rights is because the Constitution has nothing to do with you. And you are thinking it has something to deal with you. That's why you're protesting. When we're going to have to wake up and realize no protesting is going to get us out of this situation.
Right.
What is going to get us out of this situation?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The Most High.
Get the anity out. What is going to get us out of this situation? Come on.
Not trusting in the white man's laws or writings and not going into a contracts with them.
Okay. So if so the law that the white man have where it say if you murder a man, you're on a life a man, right? Should we just get rid of that?
No.
Right? So the laws are there for what purpose? Right? Keep order, some type of order. But there's something you're going to have to do. Okay, for example, right? You could take this off the screen now, tab one. For example, a woman that has an abusive husband, for her to get out the situation she's in, what would she have to do?
Salaki.
Uh-huh.
She gotta separate herself from that situation.
Okay. You give me the end result. I want the beginning of separation.
Salaki.
Come on.
She has to find a support group or a support team to
That might take too long. She might die.
okay. She has to find a place of refuge.
Nah, come on.
So, like, what's the question, sir?
A woman that has an abusive husband, right?
Come on, sir.
What's the first step she's going to have to take?
She got to get up out of there.
Salaki.
Salaki.
Come on.
She's got to hate this fact that she's getting.
Hold on. Somebody say that's not right there.
Like, she's got to hate the fact that she's getting abused. She has to hate what she sees and separate.
Okay.
She has to hate.
She's going to have to hate that man.
Right, Slocking.
She's going to have to. That's the first step. Now, once she does that, then she could do what? Start looking for what? Some support to get the hell out of there.
Right.
But she's going to have to what? She's going to have to hate him. She cannot like being what? Punched in the face because he comes home angry every day. You understand? She's going to have to hate him. You understand? She's going to have to go to what? The extreme. You understand? So what do black people have to do to get out of the situation? The first step.
So like, they have to hate the oppressor. They have to get sick and tired of being oppressed and hate it.
That's it. We all have to have a what?
Mutual hatred for the oppressor.
A common enemy.
Like not mutual, common enemy.
A common enemy. So now when we home with our wives, we're not arguing with her. We are saying, you know what? I hate this white man. And she is saying, me too, I don't want. I hate him. Now you all have a what? A common enemy. The reason why you were arguing in the house is because the common enemy is who? Who is the enemy?
Us.
Yes.
Slocky, sir.
Come on.
They make the enemy the black man in the household.
Black man or the black woman. We both hate each other. And this election just did what? It just amplified the situation, the poor situation our household is in. You understand? It amplifies it. And it's the same thing on the islands. Don't think the islands any different. Meaning this, the island, they do have what? If the majority ain't the oppressor for them now is who? The so-called what? East Indians. Or in Jamaica case, it could be what the East Indians or the Chinese. But you and your woman, you're gonna have to have a what? A common enemy. That kind of common enemy can't be you. Can't be her. You understand? Now you all have something to do what? To talk about, to level out with. You understand? Right?
Okay.
So Lucky, sir.
Come on.
I had a question. I've been looking for this verse in the Bible. There's a scripture I was studying with some other Israelite brothers about a year or so ago. And I was, happy to find that they found this. Well, happy to see they found the scripture referencing contracting with, just contracting with nations or other people, and how the Lord says that we must live up to our contractual agreements or what, I couldn't find it again. I wrote it down and I misplaced it. So I was speaking to that far as, piggybacking off of your message, how we must hate the oppressor and their ways, all of their ways. And in hating the oppressor, we have to stop, regardless of what they're offering, stop going into these contracts with them and also trying to find a way out of the contracts that we're already in.
Okay, no, my question would be, what contracts are you talking about?
I mean, one contract would be, I think, as you mentioned before, something that the voting situation is a contract. I believe is a contractual arrangement or agreement, and the reason they make you, I guess, vote or register. I never voted, so I don't know. I think is register or vote every 4 years is kind of like that's the contract is about to expire, so they're trying to get everybody into it all over again to renew that contract.
Okay, but you know, okay, with a contract, right? There's a what? There's things you could do and things you can't do, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now with voting, right? What if someone did not want to vote, right? What would be the consequence for them not voting? Is there any consequences for them not voting?
Other than ridicule and people slandering their names or trying to make them feel bad, I mean, I don't see any consequences for me not voting.
Yeah. So there's no consequence. So I wouldn't so much call that a contract. If you want to say you want to use these athletes as an example, right? Where if in their contract it's stated that they can't do certain things to, you know what I mean, to help their community, or you know what I mean, or say certain things, then for sure they should not sign that contract. You understand? All right? They shouldn't.
Okay.
Just
So like,
like those come on.
it's like I was gonna say, like, you know, we got to be careful because technically, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, even if you get a slavery, you know what I'm saying, you signing a contract, you know what I'm saying, with your employer. If you get an apartment, you know what I'm saying, you got a lease. That lease is a legal contract, you know what I'm saying, in some capacity. So it's like, you know what I mean, you know, we when we in this captivity, we gotta deal with them in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Until Christ come back and get rid of all of this. But for now, you know what I'm saying, just legally, we gotta. I mean, shoot, you got a contract. This, you know what I'm saying. You got a social security number. You know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. It's just we slaves. It can't really help it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So all I'm telling you is, do not sign any contract or don't do anything that's going to do what?
Salaki. Compromise
The truth.
The truth.
Compromise the Bible. Compromise the integrity. Compromise the morals. You understand? Or else, like what remember the scripture Baptist I one read about having two masters, right? You don't want that.
Salaki.
Come on.
The devil's so slick though. Like for them athletes, they won't just put it in plain language, like things they can't do to help their community. They'll have it in the contract with the phrase "conduct detrimental to the team," and they can make anything conduct detrimental to the team.
Right.
They can pick and choose it after you do something. They can say it's that just to control you after the fact.
Yes. Right. You're gonna have to, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to, you know what I mean, make a stance. In here, we don't fear nobody but the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? Ain't nobody gonna come here with a pile of money in some suitcase and tell either one of us to do what? Switch up the doctrine. Like white people. You know what I mean? They're fine. Nah, that's not gonna happen. Right? I remember Commander General telling us, if he comes and tell you to love white people, leave. You know what I mean? Run. Basically. You understand? Right? No, give me Exodus. Exodus, I think it's 23, 32 to 33. Who getting it from it?
So you said Exodus 32, sir?
23.
Exodus 23. Salakia.
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Salakia, so verse 1?
To the 32.
Verse 32.
Mhm.
Nice and loud.
Exodus chapter 23, verse 32. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods.
What?
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods.
Right? And this is who is speaking here? This is Moses speaking to who? The children of who? Israel. You understand? And he's telling them, don't do what? Make any what?
Covenants with them,
Yeah.
or their gods.
Or their gods. Yes. You understand? Like Taban was saying, we in captivity. So yeah, you go to work. But if that work is telling you, guess what? You gotta come here and celebrate Christmas. Brother, that's the last day. That's the last day. If that job tells you you have to put some them, you know what I mean, you have to celebrate Christmas. You have to come and sit down and eat pork with us. You better walk the hell out. The agreement is done. Rip that joint up. It's done. You understand? That agreement is making you in some form or fashion gonna make you sin against the Lord, then that's it. And what's a good example I could use? What's a good example I could use?
Salaki, what's a good example you could use?
Yeah, to show that there's certain things we just cannot do.
Salakia.
You can't. Come on.
You can use a woman with the 7 sons or the 3 Hebrew boys.
That's a good one. But I'm talking about like today. Like for example, you brought up what? Voting, right? Young man. Right?
So like Comic-Con, yes.
That was the first thing you brought was voting. Now, what you realize, we don't vote and we don't do what? We don't participate in anything with when it comes to voting. We don't participate in it.
So
nothing.
Come on. So the other example, I would say, and you know, I always wanted to. When I was younger, I wanted to join the CIA, but joining the military would be a contract as well. That's something that actually bothered me, because if you know, I always would say, if you have a prophetic dream that God tells you not to kill such and such over in this nation, but if that commander orders you to kill that family, he expects you to go against your spiritual beliefs and do what he or your government, the worldly government, wants you to do rather than what God told you not to do.
Yes. You're making a statement, right?
So that's signing up for the military or any government organization, I would say is it would be another example, contracts to stay away from.
Yes. Yes. That's called what? What we call that in here? When you go join the military. Sir. Come on.
The mark of the beast, sir.
Yes. That's a mark. And that's the mark where?
In your forehead. In your right hand and your forehead. Kind of one.
In your hand. Because now you're doing what? You are going to have to do what? Unalive to keep this empire up. You understand? You're going to have to do it. You may not believe in democracy. You may not believe in, you know what I mean, you may not have I mean, their whole religious philosophy. But you have that weapon in your hand, you give that order, you are now doing what? You are now fighting to uphold, this kingdom. And that's the mark in your right hand. That has nothing to do with no chip in your right hand, right? And nothing to do with no chip, right? It has to do with you now doing what? Going on unaliving people for this nation. All right. Looking for one where it says but say don't make no agreements with them. I forget. Is that in the Apocrypha? Yes, I'm a find it. But any more questions?
So there was another question in the comments, sir.
Come on.
This is from Sister Ainawa.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Salaki, sir, if a sister had a son that becomes an officer in the school, would he then be over her? If so, at what age / point in rank? For example, if a brother becomes an officer at 16.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I would not look at it as he's being how to put it. No, okay. The whole dynamics is the father in the house.
Salaki, so she didn't.
Let's ask her. Is the father in the house? And okay, just to help the sister out too, right? Just read the question one more time for me.
Come on, sir. Salaki, sir. Excuse me, Salaki. If a sister had a son that becomes an officer in the school, would he then be over her?
Okay.
If so, Salaki, sir, go ahead.
Now, for him to be over her, what does that mean?
So, Salaki,
Mm-hmm.
I would think, I guess you would be asking, would he be the head of household? Or the head of household, if she's speaking in reference to her household, or I guess if she adds some context, is she speaking in reference to the household or like authority wise her as a person? I don't know.
So she did respond to your question of, is the father in the house? She said, Khan, sir.
Well, that's your head, right? That's your head, right? That 16-year-old who's in camp, he is going to be in the ranks of the brotherhood,
right?
You ain't have to worry about if he's going to be over you. But let's say daddy is not in the house, right? Let's say daddy's not in the house. Now, is he going to be over her?
Salaki,
come on.
I would I don't know the scripture, forgive me, but I would think the scripture, the subject that comes to mind is a scripture that refers to age of accountability. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would think that the son would at 16 he would be at an age that he's held accountable to, if his father is not around, is to protect his younger siblings and his mother.
You're right. But guess what? She will still be under who? She'll be under the school now. You understand?
Come on.
So she wouldn't have to worry about her being under that boy. So if she worrying about the boy, ordering her around if the father is not there. No.
So if I could.
Come on.
On this particular topic, how then I imagine it's mostly probably gonna be a lot of counseling that would be involved, but with the dynamic be, because let's say in the situation, let's say the father is in the house, but let's say it's a situation where the child comes into the truth first.
Mm-hmm.
Child comes into the truth first. he, gains some rank. He becomes an officer of 50 or 500 eventually, and the mother comes in, and the father comes in, and the father's a trooper. You know what I'm saying? Now he has a 17-year-old officer of 500 in his house. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that dynamic. How would that be dealt with? Obviously, because again, we know that if any man above me gives me a lawful order, meaning if he tells me to do something that's not unlawful, I got to do it. What if the officer of 50 and 17 tell the trooper, drop or something, and it's like his dad, like what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
probably the last time he had a rank. He'll show his father some respect.
Call, sir. Call.
He was showing some respect,
That's
right?
right.
And say what? Honor your mother and father. He better show that. If he's an officer, he better show that. You understand? So now, with that being said, you're gonna have to, as I said, there's so many dynamics, but you might want to, get some counsel on it if that does happen. Because the 16-year-old might not be, might not be responsible enough to run a home. Right? So it's just certain things that that might take place. Of course, if he is there, that 16-year-old is there. He is there to do what? And the father is not there. He should be the one protecting. When he comes in that door, he's going to have to protect mommy. And mommy is going to want to protect him, because the mother, especially a woman mother in the world, that son, is to her is always going to be that baby. But in here, our sister in here with her son, she's going to look at that boy, with pride, with joy, knowing that he's in that house and knowing that he's being trained.
That's right.
You understand, the right way. You understand?
All right.
Come on.
So, Lucky, sir. Could you speak to the story in reference to when I think it was Christ's mother came looking for him and he had spoke? I need to read it again. I don't know if his mother had did something against the law, God's law, or whatnot, but Christ had said they expected Christ to give some sort of priority or some special treatment to his mother, but he said, those who do the commandments of my Father in heaven, that is my mother, my sister, and my brother. So he was making it more so of don't get caught up in the earthly titles, but that's what I'm getting, that he's saying is not so much about the earthly titles, it's more so if they're obeying the law of the Father. So if you can speak to that.
Okay. You all know what it is? Or you all need me to find it for you?
Cool, cause I was actually gonna use that. I think it's Matthew 12:46.
Go ahead, Gay.
Cool, sir. I got you, everyone. Salaki. Cool, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Verse 47. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. Verse 48. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother? And who are my brethren? Verse 49. And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples.
Towards the crowd.
Toward his disciples. And said, behold my mother and my brethren.
What is Christ trying to do? What was he trying to, what point was he trying to drive home?
So like you said, if I could, he was trying to drive the point home. Not so much that his mother is not his family, because obviously in the world, that's his earthly mother. She gave birth to him.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's trying to point out is that his real family is his disciples.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not just with him because of blood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he just happened to be born. You just born into whatever family. He's saying these are the people who, like, this is the family I chose because they do the will of the Most High. They follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and they follow me in the truth.
Yes. Okay. When Christ's mother and brethren came to see him, right? What was he doing?
Salagas, I believe he was teaching.
What do we call that?
He was at camp, sir.
Give me a little more. What do we call that?
Salakia, so.
Come on.
He was battling.
You're on it.
Salakia, sir.
I'm looking for a word. What was he doing?
Salakia, sir. Was it prophesying?
Okay. I'm going to give you all that. He was working.
He
was in the work. He was doing the work.
Okay.
What happens so many a times when you're doing the work? What tends to happen? Okay, I'm gonna give it. Was to the brother who asked the question, was Mary and that brethren, was he in the school? Was he in the truth? Were they in the truth? Was Mary in the truth? Were the brethren in the truth?
Salaki, I'm not too sure. I need to go back and read what they were, their lifestyle before.
You need to go back and read based on what Christ is saying. Were they in the truth?
I would say no. And on that point, I would say no.
Yes, they won't.
That's right.
And what happens to you many a times when you're in the truth? And you have to deal not just with your mom, right? Because sometimes a woman might mean the truth. And what happens when Saturday comes?
Tough love. You got to be firm. You got to be straightforward. You got to show some tough love at the time to set the something straight, set the record straight or whatever.
Right. Meaning what? This person is trying to do what? They're trying to do what? Pull you from what?
From the work, sir.
The work. From the work. And he have to reinforce that what? This is now his new what? This is his new what?
Family, sir.
This is his new family. Just like me and you.
Okay.
My mother not here, my brothers are not here. But my brothers are in here.
Right.
My mothers are in here.
That's right.
You understand? My brothers are in here. They can't stop. They can't stop me from working. I don't stop work because of them.
Okay.
You understand? And he's trying to show them, yo, this is what you're gonna have to do to be in here. You're gonna have to recognize these brothers right here as your brethren, as your mother, as your father. You're gonna have to recognize them as that. Or else, guess what? You're celebrating Christmas come 25th of December.
So like I said, I got a precept out of one of that's too wild.
Come on.
Luke chapter 14 and verse 26. This is the book of Luke chapter 14 and verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
You understand? Christ giving you the tough love. Christ saying some things that are what? What is Christ saying? Christ is saying that something that is what? Extreme. You understand? Because he was an austere man. He's saying things that's very extreme. You're gonna have to tell your mom, no, I'm not buying you no pork. I know you love it. I know
Right.
you like them crab hands. I'm not buying you no crab hands.
Coca.
You can get a cow foot. You can't get a pig foot.
Coca. So like it, sir.
Come on.
If I could, what you just said is real heavy. How you breaking down the scripture, because a lot of people look at this scripture and like you said, it sounds extreme, but what they don't understand is the hate being spoken of here is not, it would be a contradiction to say honor thy mother and father, but then say hate them. So it's not actually telling you to despise your mother, hate your mother, hate your father. It's just telling you that, like you said, you're not gonna take precedence over Christ. You know what I'm saying? I go back to New York. My grandma from South Carolina, she loved every porkity pork thing you can find ever. Everything pork, she wants it all the time. So she told me to go to Dunkin' Donuts and get her some kind of sausage, biscuit, something. I don't even ask anymore. I just bring back turkey sausage and act like she didn't. Like, whatever you said don't matter to me. I'm just not buying that. You know what I'm saying? I remember we had a discussion years ago about that. But yeah, like, that's exactly what they'll do. They know you in the truth, and they'll say, "Oh, could you go get me I want regular bacon on mine," because they know like they trying to play you. So it's just crazy. Christ is saying, yeah, like, you got to hate them.
Yeah,
can't let that happen. It's a lot.
That's like Mother's Day. Oh boy, Mother's Day. When you're coming to the truth, that first Mother's Day miss.
Go.
Oh, that Mother's Day worse than Christmas.
Right,
Mother's Day to a black woman is Christmas. You miss that Mother's Day. They know you done. You getting written off the will. You will not getting anything when I pass. Don't even think about it. But you can miss that Christmas. But you see that Mother's Day and that birthday. Oh, once you miss that, then they know that, oh, yeah, he's serious about it. About it. All right. Now, I forget where it said make no. Hold on, right? Go hold on. It's something I wanna get into here, right? We touch on it a little bit. If there's no more questions.
Hey, Salam, sir.
Come on.
I think the one you're looking for is that in Exodus, thou shalt make no covenant with them.
No, that's the one I read, but there's something else where I forget where it is, where it tells you don't make no type of agreement with them. I'm trying to think if it's the Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus. You know what I mean? And the other one too is in Psalms. Give me Psalms, what, 55? Right? Give me Psalms 55 and I think 20. And give me, I think it's the one I'm looking for is in Exodus 12. Is it 12? Where it says as iron rusted. Hold on. You all know what I talk more?
Like as I have the psalm when you're ready.
Come on, go ahead and read that one.
Come on. This is the book of Psalm chapter 55 and verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Mm-hmm.
He has broken his covenant.
He has what?
He has broken his covenant.
He broken his covenant. Like if we only knew this, you know what I mean, as blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, if we only knew that this oppressor, he breaks every covenant with you, every agreement with you, you will know that what? When you go into this agreement with him, guess what? Don't put all the eggs in one basket. Don't think he can't come around, you know what I mean, at the back end and want to uphold it. No. He doesn't do it. And you clearly see that with what? The UN, right? He created laws so that you won't have another what? Another world war. And he used the UN to do it. He created laws so that you won't create another genocide. But it's happening right now on the earth. You understand? It happened to, who it happened to first? Man, I'm in this conversation with this so-called oppressor. Have you ever heard them say that that 99% of the native or the First Nation people died from smallpox? You ever hear them say that?
Sir.
Never hear them say that, brother.
Not 99%.
Yeah, 99%. No. That's the first time I hear that. But am I shocked? No, I'm not shocked. Because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? Like they don't care about nobody else but who? About themselves, about their people. Right? Go to Ecclesiasticus 12 and 9. No, start at 10. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Tabon, you want to get it for me?
Come on, I got you. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12
and 10.
Come on, the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy.
And this is what we stray away from. Now, if we had one common enemy, we'll understand this. And in the truth, we have one common enemy. One common enemy. And we don't trust him. And what's the Bible saying? Read it one more time.
Like, so never trust thine enemy.
Read on.
Come. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So it doesn't matter if the Democrats get in power. It doesn't matter if the Republicans get in power. You understand? They're both your enemy. You understand? They both are going to be what? Evil towards the blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. You understand? That ain't going away. So far as iron rusted, iron is going to what? Rust. I don't care what you do with iron. You could put the iron out, you could treat it, put it outside, and it's going to what? Rust.
That's right.
Well, so is the wickedness of your oppressor. Read on.
Come. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Right? Be what?
Beware of him.
Beware of him. Remember that they like to give that whole I think they call it the Civil War, in which they say they freed black people, right? Right? Who they give honor to for freeing black people?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln. And he is quoted as saying what? If I could what?
Save the Union.
Save the Union.
Without freeing a single slave.
Yes. He would do it. He would do it. You understand? But to this day, black people still reverence who? Abraham Lincoln. For freeing the slave. Right? He's telling you, though he what?
Though he humble himself.
Though he put on a suit and tie and talk real smooth here. And what?
And go crouching.
What? Why is he going crouching? To make it look like what? Who crouch? Who crouches?
So like it, sir. Somebody who trying to be humble and trying to act like they're at peace with you, trying to get you to put down your guard.
Okay, but who crouches?
Predator.
Mm,
You,
uh-uh.
you sound like who crouches?
Yeah, who crouches?
The politicians,
Yes, sir.
Christian pastors.
No.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
A dog.
No. Think people. Who crouches?
Somebody who's sneaky.
A slave.
Come on.
Salaki.
Come on. Uh-huh.
Somebody who trying to be humble.
No, that's come on.
So like I said, babies.
Babies crouch, and who again crouch?
Somebody old.
Yeah. What does that signify?
Harmless.
Yeah, you're weak, you're frail. You understand? Like this has to do, he's trying to give you what? An image of somebody who is looking what? He humble, he crouching. He is what? Harmless.
Right.
You understand? That's why I did tell you what the image of that beast, that image that he has. Oh, that's, you know what I mean? That goes a long way. But if you take away that image, if you peel that image away, you understand? And you show who this person really is.
Right.
You understand?
Calcutta.
Ain't no question who's the devil on the earth. Come on.
Okay. So, like, if I could put an image of that, that image you just said, what I'm saying, that humbleness and it looking like he's the safest thing in the world. Can I put it on the screen, Baba Shah?
Yeah.
Okay, just real quick. This is AI generated, but y'all get the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks harmless. Right, yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody trusts him.
Yeah. But you leave him in the room with your child?
Right.
Brother, you'll come back to a broken boy or a broken girl. You understand? You leave him in the room with your woman. Oh, you by the time you reach home, the divorce papers will be signed.
Right. Coca.
You understand?
Coca.
Like he has an image to us, his image. We see through all that image. But to the good ark, he has that image. And a perfect example is them IDF soldiers.
So like
Israelis. Come on.
Officer Kowal said the Pope always crouching.
Yeah. How could I forget? He always crouching. But guess what? What happens?
Child molestation.
Yes. Ton of that taking place in the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church had to close down certain churches because of money.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
They just reported today, like one of the top, I don't know, the bishops or whatever.
Cardinal.
Like, yeah, he was brought up on charges because there was a guy that was working under him in the church that was like doing all kind of sexually deviant things to children, and he covered it up.
Yeah. Yep.
So they brought him up on charges today, I believe. They brought him up on charges.
Yeah. You know how to believe that they're more than likely dead. Somebody always getting charged in the Catholic Church for some type of molestation. Some type. We may not hear about it, but it's going on.
This was what you saw, right?
Read on.
Salakia. Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Meaning what? What you have to do?
Salakia, so you gotta be wary. You gotta profile him basically.
Yeah, you can't drop your guard.
Right,
On none of them is this saying, well, don't you know what I mean? This man is tall, this tall white man. You know what I mean? This, you know what I mean? They're not giving you a description. The description is he's your what? What's the only description you're getting?
So he's your enemy.
That's it. And your enemy is your oppressor.
That's right.
He could be what? Fat, short, blonde hair, blue eyes, black hair, whatever. If he is a Caucasian, he is your what? Your enemy. If he is an African, he is your what? Your enemy.
Okay.
If he's a non-Israelite, he is your what?
Your enemy, sir.
Your enemy.
Okay.
You understand? So guess what? Barack Obama getting up there and speaking ill about, you know what I mean, any black man, you know what? This is your enemy. You're going to have to what?
That's right.
You got to beware of him. You got to take heed.
That's
Why is
right.
he saying that? Kamala get up and say anything about, you know what I mean, about abortion or whatever pertaining to black people, you're going to be like, hold up now. Why is she saying that? What is their motive behind this? You got to be what? Beware of him. Beware of them. Read on.
Okay. And Salakia, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
Right. What do you do when you wipe a looking? What you looking at? What you trying to wipe?
Salakia.
Come on.
When you wipe a looking glass, it's like you cleaning that dust off so you can get a good view. You can get a good clear image of what you're looking at.
Yes. And the image is he's the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
You understand? Like it ain't altogether wiped away as yet. But we going out in the streets every weekend.
That's
we on
right.
the internet every day.
That's right.
We are doing what? We are wiping that looking glass.
That's right.
You're getting rid of that dust, that rust that's on it.
Okay.
You understand? And the more and more we speak, the more and more it come to life. Now, come on.
Salakia, it's if I could, what you're saying is heavy because every election, even though the black people majority vote is still Democratic, them numbers starting to go down every little bit. More and more people starting to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving just a little bit less.
Yeah.
So we wiping that looking glass.
That's right. Your spirit tell the Lord we are. Right? Now, who we at right there, right? I know we up on the time, but I just wanted to read this, right? And this, you know what I mean? This is the class basically in a nutshell where we went over everything what we went over. All right. Tab one, wait it is. Hold on. Excuse me. All right. Tab one, you can read that?
Come.
Right?
Come. This is the excerpt from the Lucifer Principle, a scientific expedition into the forces of history. This is the chapter titled "The Value of Having an Enemy."
The what?
The value of having an enemy.
Value of having an enemy. There's a value in it, Ark. That value had made the white man rich beyond your imagination. It made him rich. Read.
Okay. True to the principles enunciated by Margaret Mead, every culture handcuffs hostility within the group.
Right? Every culture. Every culture. Now, my question is, the Republicans and Democrats, did they handcuff hostility within their group? What got Donald Trump into office?
Like it, sir.
Come on.
Racism.
Yes. What would have gotten Kamala in office?
So, like, sir, feminism.
Abortion.
Which is?
Murder.
Which is along the path of what?
Racism.
Yeah. You understand? Like they both are what? They're both enemies to black people. They're both. The blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation. They're both enemies. Right? But this is what they do. Read.
Con. But in exchange for this imprisonment of anger, the culture offers a set of outsiders that is acceptable to loathe and sometimes kill.
It's sometimes what?
Kill.
Right? What does that loathe mean?
To loathe is, hate is like strong disgust or hatred for. To loathe something.
So I have to kill my babies so that white America could live well.
Right.
You understand?
Con.
I have to now go and vote this person in office so that what? White America could live well. What did they promise black people? What they've been promising black people? Nothing. And that Donald Trump, the 47th, right? He went into office doing what? Showing his hatred for what? The Hispanics, black people, and First Nation. They have a what? Read on.
Con. These are the folks we call enemies.
What do they have?
Enemies.
What does the Republicans have?
Enemies.
What does the Democrats have?
Enemies.
What does America have?
Enemies.
And you are their enemy.
That's right.
The Bible is telling you in reverse that what? They are your enemy. So when you're in the house with your woman arguing, just remember who you're arguing with. Who are you arguing with? When you tell your woman, no, you can't go here and hang with these. That's LOT. You can't go with these, you know what I mean? You can't put this on. You're too much breast outside. The pants is too tight. Who are you arguing with?
Your enemy.
It's like the enemy.
Yes, but where's she getting it from? Yeah, your enemy. Right? You are arguing with America. That's who you're arguing with. And that's because the both of you all don't have a what?
A common enemy.
A common enemy. And I'm saying this in the house because you understand the relationship there. You understand? Outside of that, black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people, we are going to have a common enemy, or else we'll stay in this cycle until the Lord descend to send Christ back, whenever that is.
Salagi.
Come on.
That's why we were better off with segregation, because black people had a common enemy.
Yes. We knew who he was. We know we couldn't go across there, and we know he wasn't going to come across here. We were separate. Right? Now go back to the precept we was at. Ecclesiasticus. What it is? I think it was 22? No, 12.
Con.
On start at verse 12 and 12.
So, so jump to verse 12, sir. Con, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, 12 and verse 12. Set him not by thee.
What?
Set him not by thee.
Don't even let him be by you. Because guess what? That brother, what's his name, boy? Oh boy, from Kansas City. He did some interviews, brother. What's his name? I forget his name. I was Salakia to the brother. I'm forgetting his name.
Malak?
Yes, Malak.
Okay.
You heard the questions he was asking them? He went to interracial couples. And he was asking them, right? About what they think about the other race. So he was a white man. He would ask him, so you were a black woman. So do you think the black woman is better than the white woman? Boy, that was tripping him up. He would ask his sister, what do you think about, white men? Do you think white men are better than black men? Because that's what you're saying. When you're a black woman or a black man and you go choose somebody outside the race, you are saying that that race that you chose is better than yours.
Okay.
You understand? And the Lord is telling you what? Don't even set him close to you.
Okay.
Don't even drop your guard. Don't do that. Don't go and think you could go into this politics or go into, voting and partake in it and think, you're American. Or you do the Pledge of Allegiance. No, you're American. No, you are not. It said, what set him what?
Come. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
You understand? Because he is always thinking about what? What's the Bible telling you here? He is always thinking about what? One word. What is your oppressor always thinking of?
Sir.
Come on.
War. Overthrow.
So like I said, brother said himself.
No. Meaning what we just read here, right?
Like I said.
So don't set him close to you, lest he try to what? Overthrow you. What is he always thinking about doing?
That you're an enemy, sir.
You're correct.
So, like, sir,
come on.
He's like power hungry. He's always thinking about overthrowing something, taking over something.
He's always thinking about oppressing you.
Okay.
The election has nothing to do but what? Oppressing you. You understand?
So like, sir,
come on.
On the topic, I know we running out of time, but on that particular topic, and I think there was one more question in the chat too, but how then, okay, so if you say the election is about oppressing us, how then do we explain the fact that, about 21% of black men, whatever percentage of black women is very small, like maybe 5% of black women or something. But Hispanic men they really, people talk about black men, black men only had like a 4% change. Hispanic men jumped up by like 13%, voting for the oppressor, voting for Donald Trump. So like, they're both, not Israelites, but how do we explain? Well, if the election is all about oppressing us, well, why would black people and Hispanic people vote, for someone to oppress them? Like, why would they do that?
Who want to answer?
Sir.
On topic. Come on.
Because they're ignorant. They don't really know that the white man is the devil.
I'll take that. But where's going to say out of that one?
I was gonna say that they don't
Hosea
know
4:6.
Hold on. Come on.
I was saying that.
So like sir, Hosea 4:6, we destroy for lack of knowledge.
Makwa.
Couple cars, sir.
You hearing about that one?
Sorry to hear.
Oh,
okay. He give me 1 minute, Marcoa. About that one. Say what you're saying one more time.
Basically the same thing, that they didn't know that they don't know that he's the devil in the Bible.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
And the enemy of blacks, Hispanics, and natives.
That's the same thing. Giannis, I was saying also too along that same path. No, Silaki Marcoa, what you were saying?
I was saying Hosea 4:6. Are people destroyed because of lack of knowledge?
That's it. There's a precept for it. You understand? Tabo one. Okay. Black people, Hispanics, and Native Indian believes who are the enemies? The ones who voted for Trump think who are the enemies?
Whoever voted for Trump probably thinks that, liberals, far left, transgenders and so on is their enemy.
You sure now? What's Donald Trump saying about the border?
I mean, so I know. I mean, I can only imagine the rhetoric, but I don't want to, say I don't know exactly what he said, so I'm not too sure. Salaki.
Yeah, the brothers and them who basically voted for Donald Trump. I mean, in a nutshell, they would have to be saying what they agree with what Donald Trump is pushing. His racism. Right? Because they do what? They believe their enemy is who? Who do blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people think their enemy is?
So, like I said,
each other, sir.
Come on.
The immigrants and one another.
Right. What you're saying is correct. Each other. Like we think our enemy is the black man that in the ghetto with us.
Right.
The man that look just like me and you. Right? We think that he is the enemy. When he's not the enemy. He oppressed just like me and you. You understand? So now you go vote. You are voting not with a sense knowing who your enemy is. Because if you knew who your enemy was or were, you would not what? You would not vote. Like me and you. Me and you know who the enemy is. Everybody in class here right now, we know, we are clear who the enemy is.
That's right.
So guess what? We're not voting.
Okay.
You don't believe in no constitution. I mean, we don't believe in SF 181. You know, all those things were what? Made up.
Right.
You understand? What's not made up is that Bible.
That's
that Bible, the Lord trying to tell you how to live your life. And He's telling you, don't set these people close to you. Don't do it. You're going to get burned. You're going to get disappointed.
Okay. You want to read on, sir?
Yeah, read on.
Okay. So the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
Let's see what?
Lest he seek to take thy seat.
That's all he's doing. And you see that, I mean, if you're in a slavery and you have a position over an oppressor, he coming for that. That's
right.
He coming for that. You better not fall asleep on the job. He's going to take that. He's going to take that picture. You better not do nothing you ain't supposed to do. You understand? They're not, they voted for Donald Trump because of racism. Because of it. Right? Read on.
Lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
What are you trying to tell you?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
So like I say, he's saying that if you don't listen to these words, you're gonna get hurt by them.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like black woman. Black woman thought white woman was with them.
Right.
They got pricked.
That's,
you understand? You understand? They got pricked. You understand? Not knowing it's better to treat. You see how you treat the election? Treat your man like that. You know what I mean? Trust in him. Don't trust in Kamala. Don't trust in these white women.
right.
These white liberals. They don't give a damn about black women. But guess who give a damn about black women? Black men. You understand?
Like so.
Hispanic men. First Nation men. Come on.
Commander General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K.
Yes. Okay. The water brother.
It's like so.
No, I said to water brother.
Khan.
Right? Read on.
Khan. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Yeah. Read on.
Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Who's what?
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
You understand? That's your election in a nutshell, lad.
Khan.
Like now, you know what I mean? You ain't pitying black women. Because they got bitten.
Right.
By a serpent who charmed them. You understand?
Khan.
Now we're gonna have to pull these sisters in, pull these brothers in, and let them know we have one common enemy.
That's right.
One common enemy. You want to know how America got built? Because they had one common enemy, who was black, First Nation, and Hispanics. Now they have the whole entire earth, and of course America. Read.
Khan. Or any such as come nigh wild beasts.
You understand? You want to see a lion in a cage and you want to pet him on the nose and put your hand on the cage. And guess what that lion is going to do? He's going to snap and grab hold of your hand. And that'll be the last you have that hand.
It's like it's
Come on.
It's like when that what's the Siegfried and Roy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's been known for messing with them tigers for mad years. When Son finally got his neck bitten off, it's like everybody laughed because it's like, bro, you was just waiting. We were just waiting for this to happen anyway. Like, you were trying these tigers for 20 years. It was gonna happen. So like it.
Yes, that's it. Right, read on.
Khan, verse 14. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sin.
That going into some else, right?
Khan.
No. This is what we got to keep in mind. Read this one more time. Sorry. Read this one more time.
Khan. The value of having an enemy.
Value is very valuable. Don't forget that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I'm not your enemy. The brothers and the truth here is not your enemy. You understand? Your enemy is your oppressor.
Oh my God.
Your enemy is the Africans who want to come across here and think it's better than you. You understand?
Khan.
Enemy is them Asians who want to tell you hurry up and buy. Who want to come into your neighborhood and sell you some nasty fried chicken and dirty fried rice with weak old oil. Read.
Khan. True to the principles enunciated by Margaret Mead.
Mm-hmm.
Every culture.
And you could go look up this woman, Margaret Mead. She was a known, I think it's an anthropologist. Right? People who study human behavior. She was known in the 50s or in the 20s, somewhere around there. known oppressor.
Come.
She study humans. So what she telling you is from her what? Her studies. Read.
Come. Salakia. Every culture handcuffs hostility within the group. But in exchange for this imprisonment of anger, the culture offers a set of outsiders that it's acceptable to loathe and sometimes kill.
So when you come home depressed, when that black man come home depressed, you understand? Take that depression out on who?
So like you said, the wife and kids.
No, brother, better not do that.
No, he's like,
no, I'm just saying, like, that's what they do in the world, sir. Like,
yes, but I'm saying,
should you take it out on?
Yes.
Salaka, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You should take all your frustration, all your anger, all of that out on the oppressor at camp. Not nothing physical.
That's right.
Yes.
Don't touch him. But you go to camp and you blaze on America. You blaze on the oppressor. You blaze on these heathens and get them to kiss your boots.
Yes.
Because they've been oppressing you all week. So
and if you're in the world, you blame your depression. You mean whatever you're going through today on your oppressor. You understand? Don't blame it on that man because you see him home behind some game or watching TV or doing something because he didn't have a job. He don't have a job because of the oppressor. That's why he doesn't have a job. You understand? Like, we're going to have to learn how to tie or put everything back on him. In the truth, outside the truth, you're going to have to do it. It's better if you come in here where we could do what? Train you and show you how to direct your anger, where your anger is supposed to be. That's why in here, you can't show any brother or sister in here any type of what? You're not allowed to show them any type of what? Hatred. You're not allowed to hate your brother or sister in here. You're not. You are trained to love them. You understand? They are not your enemy. Your enemy is your oppressor. Your frustration is because of your oppressor, not because of the brother that's sitting on next to you in class. You understand? All right. Any questions outside of that?
Sluggy, yeah, I want Sluggy, sir. You got a question in the room, sir?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So being there's no rank with the sisters or any levels to sisters.
Mm-hmm.
If a man has a wife that is diligent at supporting the brothers, making meals, sewing, braiding hair, coming up with business opportunities, things like that. And she's spreading the truth and she's actually in the truth, regardless of whether she's married to him or not. And then let's say the brother has another wife that is only in the truth because she's married to an officer in the school. Are they both in the truth? And if there are no levels or if there's nothing, would that be discouraging to the sister that is zealous and diligent, doing a lot of work, and the other sister's just married to a brother in the school?
Okay, I'm not quite following. The sister who's zealous, does she have a husband in the school?
They're both married to the same officer in the school.
Yeah, they don't have any rank card. Women don't have any rank whatsoever in here. Now, are they good sisters? And they, somewhat sisters who need some little work on? Yeah. But that doesn't mean because this sister is sewing, cooking, and doing everything what she's supposed to, that means she's over this other sister. No, doesn't mean that.
It's like I wasn't saying that. I would say I know that there's no ring. What I'm asking is, are they both considered in the truth?
Okay, let me try to understand. So you're saying one working and one not working in the truth?
One is just married to an officer in the school, and when it's time for a high holy day, she puts on her headpiece and comes and eats, and she comes to the Passover. Another sister is active and being more of a support mechanism to the school. Both of them are married to the same officer. And let's say from sisters on the outside looking in, if I want to know if they're both in the truth, then a sister can now elect to just be like the sister and do less. So that's what I'm asking. Are they both considered in the truth?
Okay. Let me see if I can, the best way to put it for you, right? Now, in the truth here, right? Christ said it. Right? Oh boy. In other words, whatever you put in is whatever you're going to get out. In other words. You understand? So you're going to have a sister who is working in here, doing what she's supposed to do. Now, the other sister that is not doing not doing anything, then guess what? I'm going to have to talk to the husband and find out what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if she is not putting the work in, then that will have to fall on who?
The husband.
Yeah, the husband. That falls on him. You better find something for her to do, or else guess who's going to find something for her to do? Who do you think will find something for her to do?
Salagi, sir?
Go ahead.
Officer Yanazar says Satan.
Yeah. You're right. Right?
Come on.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Right? Like it's the same thing in here. Like brothers, don't think anything less than a sister. A brother is required to do what's in here. He's required to come in here and do what?
Work?
Yeah, he required to come in here and put our work in her. The same thing with sisters. You understand? If that sister's single, then it's up to the priest to make sure this sister is doing what? Putting in the work. Making sure she's paying what? The tithes. Making sure she is doing something in here, sewing, cooking, doing something for this brotherhood. Now, if she's married, now you got to talk to the husband. Find out what's going on. Have him talk to the camp leader. He might need some counsel. He might need some help in dealing with us with the situation. You understand?
Salak, is there, so basically, if let's say if a sister, from a sister's perspective, let's just not say what you say in class, but like let's say if a sister is told that just by being married to Officer Yanazar, I'm in the truth, and then that's it. And whether she does anything or she doesn't do anything, I'm just asking, is it clean cut? She's in the truth based on just the fact that she's the rib of Officer Yanazar.
Yeah. Meaning this. Is that sister eating pork? Is the sister doing what Yanazar tell her to do?
Common concert.
Well then she in it.
Then she's in the truth. Common concert.
Yeah.
So then let's say a sister hears that, who has been scrubbing floors and at every food and clothing drive and donating money. Now, let's say if sisters hear that and they say, oh, well, shoot, I can fall back. I could just be married to Officer Thabawan and be his second rib and just chill.
Okay, but the words you're using is what type of person you're describing there?
Let's just say just nothing sinful. But what I'm saying is there what would be the motivation for a sister to go all out and be zealous if it doesn't change, if she's still in the truth, considered in the truth, whether she does go above and beyond or not. If she's just married to a brother, then that's it. Now I can just take care of him, and then that's it.
Okay, if that's what they brought allow, right?
Comic-Con, sir.
It's up to him. I'm not allowing that in my house. I tell you straight up. You don't gotta come in here and put in that bread, put in that work. If I'm working, you gotta work too. You understand?
Cut another one, cut.
You gotta come in here and work, or else somebody else she go work for somebody else. You understand?
Water, sir.
You're gonna get what you put in. You understand? You're gonna get what you put in. What scriptures are looking for, boy? They're not coming to my mind right now. All right, not coming to mind right now. But you're gonna get exactly what you put in. Right? What did the disciples ask Christ? What did the disciples ask Christ? What is my reward? What is my reward for doing what? For leaving everything behind. What did Christ tell them? Hakim?
Salagi, sir. He told them that their reward would be that they will have 12 crowns and would judge the children of Israel.
Yes. Did he tell everybody that?
Sir.
No. You're gonna get your reward. How much work you put in, you're gonna get that. That's what you're gonna get. You understand? So if you come in here and think you could sit back and and be on the fence and think that's going to work out for you, you go ahead and try it and see what's going to happen. Go ahead and try it and see what will happen. You understand? The sister that doing all the nice work, she gonna be what? She ain't gonna be rewarded. She gonna be what? Praised in the gates. The one that's sitting back on the fence, I don't know. Just know that notes being taken. You understand? And as I said, don't look at it as a woman, like women just doing something and men doing something. We all have to what? Work together. All have to work. Put that work in.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
Would Galatians 6:4 be a good precept?
Come on, read it. Let me hear it.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 4. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Verse 5. For every man shall bear his own burden.
I'll stop it right there. You understand? That you're gonna have to put any work, in other words. Put any work. Like I can't sit here and watch another man sit on the fence and do nothing, and I do nothing. Guess what's gonna happen? You are what? You are useless. And you don't want to be useless in here. You understand? You do not. All right. Any more questions?
Comic-Con, sir.
You wait until. Go ahead.
No, we good. What time is it?
No, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So, based on what the brother was saying, something that came to mind was, and I deal with this as well. Sometimes you have some people that have, it's called know-how, and they don't, they put forth the initiative on their own. And then some people just need that extra push or that, a good person to, give them direction. Not everybody need direction. So, I mean, if it was me, if I was the husband and I got one wife that is, putting forth the initiative, I can sit back and don't have to tell her what to do. That's a good thing. But I'm not going to discredit the other wife unless I tell her to do things as well. I'm going to tell the one wife to fall back a little bit. Don't wash, don't do all the chores on the list, even though she may want to do all the chores. And I'm going to say, well, let the other wife. Oh, go ahead. Oh, okay. So the other thing is, question wise, well, I was just speaking to it, you know what I'm saying? And the other precept that came to mind was Ruth. Ruth coming out of the one lifestyle into another and marrying a Hebrew man, an Israelite. She had to prove herself in order to become his wife. And that requires putting in the work.
Well, that too. But from what the example he gave, they already put the work in because he married, right? He married to that brother. All right. Now, as I say, you know what I mean? The work. Just as I have to work, just like an officer 50, a trooper to come in and put our work in, any sister that comes in that door have to put work in. You understand? You go missing for a length of time, you could count yourself as not being in here. And I would like you know what I mean, your camp leader to bring it to life.
Come.
You understand? Let me know.
Come.
And it will be dealt with. All right. With that, any more questions in the chat? I know we're up on the time.
So, like, sir.
Come on.
So, like I said, there was one question left in the chat. I don't know if you want to deal with it now or you want to come back to it.
Is it quick?
Yeah, I think it should be quick, sir.
Come on.
It says, this is from Sister Ina Wash. She says, Salagi, sir, one last question. Can you give a breakdown for heathens that call themselves Jamaicans because they were born in the area?
Okay, it's what you just said. It's just like today. If any a Chinese that is born in America, what do they call themselves? An American. Right? They you know what I mean? A white man born on the island in Trinidad, he gonna call himself what? A Trinidadian.
Good
that
thing.
doesn't make him black. That doesn't make him an Israelite. You know what I mean? The oppressor, he just have you go by whatever land, whatever island, or whatever country you're born in, you are whatever that country, you know what I mean, called by that nationality. But according to the Bible, we go by who? Your father. Whatever your father is, that's your nationality. So you could be born what? In China. If your father is black, you're an Israelite. You're not Chinese. You're not Japanese. Okay? So those Jamaicans, those so-called Jamaicans who are not Israelite are just calling themselves Jamaicans because they were born on that island. All right? I think, I mean, you could ask the sister, is she good with that? All right?
Come.
Okay. All right, Akim. With that, who I passing the class over to?
Preaching officer Darash.
All right, most in Christ. So that I'll pass the class over to priest and officer Darash.
Slap it up. Men of Israel, Majum. We're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain of 13,000 Nayathaq. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, How about Shimmy Al-Shah Thumb?
Yeah, how about Shimmy Al-Shah Thumb?
Yadamata, Sar means turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Amajim. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal, Thaba, Shimmy Al-Shai. Yadamata, Yashab means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We're at I.S.U.P.K, start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Feast of Dedications, also known as Hanukkah, Wednesday the 25th of December, which is the 25th day of the 9th month. First Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. We also have the Lord's 56th Passover, which is April the 12th of next year in Atlanta, Georgia. So mark that on your calendar. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class is dismissed.
Yes, sir.